Cygnus Alpha. This is episode 3 of Blake's 7 Series 1, continuing our reviews of all of the Blake 7 episodes. The first batch of these episodes I'm just going to be gushing over because they're so great. It's the beginnings of the show. Terry Nation really was just going crazy here. The first 4 or 5 episodes is sort of like the origin of everybody. So we're going to review this using my space system: story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. Each category gets a score between 0 and 2. 2 is the best you can get in any category. It's going to get a high score, of course, because the show's awesome. Storyline here, continuing right from the last episode, we've got Jenna and Blake and Avon, the best character of all time. The 3 of them have discovered the Liberator. Yes, that's a mysterious spaceship with Zen, who is the computer. We've got 4 of our 7 characters now. We're accumulating people as we go. They can go anywhere they want. They've got wealth on the ship. They've got resources. They've got a teleporter. It's a transporter. Beam me up, Avon. So it's pretty crazy. But Blake needs an army. He needs to fight the Federation. So he needs to go back to Cygnus Alpha, pick up the crew. So the London ship, that's the prison ship, drop them off on Cygnus Alpha. He needs to go pick them up. I'm going to give the storyline a 2 out of 2. I love the storyline, completely enthralled in it. It's so good. The prisoners are led to this place, this room where they're locked up for a bit because they have a disease, and it's the curse of Cygnus Alpha where they get sick, but it's a fake curse. It's a fake disease. But their leader is played by Brian Blessed, who is just the damn best ever. His voice is like ranked in the top voices of all time, like up there with like James Earl Jones and all that. You know him, of course, as Voltan from Flash Gordon, which is in my top 10 favorite movies of all time, and it probably should be in your top 10 favorite movies of all time. Especially if you're watching this, it probably is in your top 10 favorites of all time. He's awesome. He's great. He's also great in I, Claudius. I would highly recommend watching that as well. He's great as this cult leader. And it's been established that these prisoners ages ago kept getting dumped here, and they've established their little colony here. Pretty cool. So Blake goes down, and he's like, I got to rescue these guys. That's the storyline. Loved it. Everything plays out great. He's captured. He's interrogated. He doesn't give in. He wants to make a deal with them, but they don't accept it. Brian Blessed's completely bonkers insane. Gan has a little bit of almost a love interest here for a little bit, which is really cool. I'll get to the character section, but love the storyline. The pacing, I'm also going to give the pacing a 2 out of 2 on these. These first few might seem slower to people because it is introducing stuff, but the story was like engaging for me. So I was like completely pumped like the entire way. I wasn't like, oh man, this is taking too long. Yeah, and I've got a nitpick here because I'm not even gonna nitpick. I'm not saying I'm gonna nitpick here. I'm saying just in general with this series because I love this series so much. I would just say every episode is 10 out of 10, but I'm gonna try to really nitpick a little bit when I can. I can't on this one. I wasn't bored like even at all. I thought, wow, this is pretty exciting. So yeah, really, really great. The artistry, I'm also gonna give it a 2 out of 2. You got to remember now, the time period, the budget, the resources, this kind of a thing. If you put this up against the Lord of the Rings, then that's not going to be very fair. I'm not judging these episodes in this way. I don't use my space system in this way either. I'm looking at the time it came out and what they could have done. And I think they did a pretty damn good job for what they could have done. The caves and the planet look really cool. It definitely does. It feels better. Like I love Doctor Who. That's my second favorite show of all time. I'm sorry, Doctor Who's my first favorite show of all time. This is my third favorite show of all time. And I think it looks better sometimes than some Doctor Who if you do comparisons that way. If you compare like kind of old classic BBC sci-fi show to old classic, BBC sci-fi show. Everything looks great here. Music's great. Obviously, the characters are 2 out of 2. I mean, this is where this show really shines. For me, characters, I actually go with characters, story. That's my order. And then artistry and all that. But if I was doing categories and ranking them, to me, characters are the number 1 category. Because if I like the characters, I can forgive wobbly sets, You know, if I love the characters, I can forgive the story wasn't that bad. If the pacing's a little slow, but I love the characters, I can forgive the pacing. To me, characters are the main thing, and Blake 7 has just some amazing characters. Gan, loved that little thing with him and the cult leaders, the cult woman. A little interplay there. Villa is great here. He's kind of like, no, he's being all cowardly, but then he does join the team to try to escape. Some of the prisoners say they don't feel like escaping. They're all worried about this drug that they need. Blake says, we've got top-notch equipment in the Liberator. We can make this drug. Turns out you don't even need the drug. That's the big twist. Brian Blessed is just on fire. That guy's on fire in everything he's in. He's just like the damn best character. And Jenna, this is my third viewing of Blake's 7, and Jenna continuously rises up as being a fantastic character upon further viewings, just the way that she does things and says things. And there's opportunities there for Avon and Jenna to simply leave Blake. They've got the resources, they've got money, they could probably fly the ship, they've got Zen now, they could take off, but she says, no, let's give him some time. Avon tries to convince her, she's like, no, we're gonna give him some time, give him 1 hour, and then even she's like, he still has a few minutes left. She's awesome, really awesome. And of course, Avon is my favorite character ever in television. He might be one of my favorite characters of anything. Superman is my favorite character, my favorite fictional character of anything, but Avon is very high up there amongst some of my favorite characters in cinema and in TV. I've only seen Blake 7. This is my third time through. I really want to see it a few more times before I decide. You know, like right now I love Kirk and Spock, so it's very difficult for me to even say Avon is better than Captain Kirk, right? Which is, that would be crazy. But I'm close to saying it. That's the crazy thing about it. I'm very close to saying that. Anyway, of course, the enjoyment factor. This is a 2 out of 2. I absolutely love this episode. It's friggin' awesome. Love these intro episodes, getting the crew together. So we got 4. And then at the end of this episode, boom, we got 2 more. We got Gan and Villa are now there. And Villa is the only character that's in every episode, I believe. So pretty good. We've got Blake, Avon, Jenna, Gan, Villa, and Zen. 1 more. We need 1 more. And she's coming soon. So there you go. That's it, everybody. If you enjoy my space system, please like the video and consider subscribing, and check out the Blake 7 playlist. I might put a playlist together of all the TV episodes together. I've also got Star Trek. If you like Star Trek, check that playlist out too. That's it, everybody. Thanks for watching. Until next time.